Give us then the description of the companies that you're looking to target, maybe more mature companies, which industries you're going to go after.
Sure, Ed. Yeah, and thank you again for having me on. Really appreciate it. Right, we think it's a really exciting time to continue our growth strategy, which we started almost a decade ago now. And the types of businesses that we're looking for, as you mentioned, are ones that are a little bit later. We like to say businesses that have actually established their product market fit, and ones that are really scaling, where an organization like KKR that has a really broad set of global resources can help bring those to bear and work collaboratively with the company to really take them often from good local enterprises to really strong global enterprises. And it's across various areas: internet, software, fintech. We probably have done the most in software. We continue to have that be a major focus of what we do. And then we have some very specific areas underneath those broad categories where we spend our time.
We're talking billions of dollars, right? You've third fund, you've done growth, you've done tech. I'm really interested in who the LPs are, because how KKR does it is you take some money off the balance sheet of KKR, but you also take outside money. And so who are those LPs? Who kind of wanted to do long-term business with you and get into tech?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We've had a long history of supporting our funds with our own capital, and we did it here too with over 10% of the fund. But we do obviously have a number of outside LPs, and they're really, they range from large pensions and endowments through to high net worth platforms and individuals, as well as directly into the high net worth individuals themselves. And the nice thing for us, it's a very broad mix, and it's a set of LPs that have been with us over the course of the three funds. So we have a lot of re-up in the funds, given our performance to date, and I think people really believing in the philosophy of how we're looking to do growth equity. So it's been a nice mix of LPs. I think it's people that really see this opportunity that's ahead of us. It's obviously been a bit of a challenge time in technology and growth equity the last couple of years, but I think a bit maybe echoing what Anu said and Ben right before me, feels like there's a very big long runway of new great companies that have been funded over the last few years that will be maturing into our sort of strike zone. And I think a lot of our investors saw that.
Dave, I ask a sensitive question because it's a sensitive time. And of course, there is exposure when you're looking at particularly investing in security companies, cyber companies that may well be based in Israel at the moment. How have you been navigating that with founders? How have you been thinking about future investment opportunities and the worry about the ecosystem?
Yeah, no, thank you, Caroline. Definitely a sensitive question. And let me just first and foremost, hearts go out to the humanitarian tragedy that's going on there for sure. It's just heartbreaking. In terms of us, we've had right now two businesses, one that's actually headquartered in Israel, a business called Artlist, and another that has a substantial presence there, Sempris. And just, as we sit today, we are just in constant contact with the business to understand really what the implications are of what is going on over there, how it's impacting them as a business and their employees, and candidly, just trying to support them the best way we possibly can to continue to navigate as things continue to unfold in the area. More broadly, we have seen and believe that Israel has been a great place for technology innovation for a very long time. And I don't think there's any reason to believe that it won't be for a long time in the future. And so for us, we will just continue to spend time there when we can, as things get back to a place when we can travel there and continue to build relationships. Because we do think in the long run, technology will continue to be innovated in Israel and be a place that we want to spend time.
Thanks so much for answering that, Dave. I'm interested in the follow-up. We just had a great conversation with Anu Dougal, who runs Females Founders Fund here in New York. And she was referencing a statistic that basically 1,000 unicorns are out there, so worth more than $1 billion, and they're about to run out of money. You come with this really eye-opening amount of money to be invested in growth opportunities while everyone else is kind of worried about the growth trajectory. How do you see this current environment that we're in?
Yeah, no, it's a great call out. And, beyond the 1,000 unicorns, there are a lot of other startups that were funded from 2017 to 21 who are growing up in a very nice way and maybe haven't reached, quote, unicorn status, but are still great businesses. So this is why we think it's a tremendous opportunity to have this capital now. We think the next couple of years, there are going to be, many companies that start getting built into the next generation of big technology leaders. And so the way that we're thinking about it is just trying to be disciplined around the key attributes that we're looking for in a business. I already mentioned things like product market fit, but really strong management teams and great alignment with the management teams and boards as to their aspirations of growing the business, usually globally, where KKR can help. And so for us, it's going to be a lot about focusing our energy on piecing through those businesses that frankly probably didn't quite cut the grade, that were funded to either unicorn status or otherwise, and honing in on those businesses that really meet all those attributes that I talked about that we can partner with for 5, 6, 7 years in the future to turn them into really large enterprises.